It's all the above, best believe we do it better. I want the fame, the fortune, all the above. I want the checks, the moolah, all the above. From Philadelphia to New York, all the above. Man, tell them other stations they don't do it like us. I want the fame, the fortune, all the above. I want the checks, the moolah, all the above. From Philadelphia to New York, all the above. Man, tell them other stations they don't do it like us. What up?
Hello, my name is Angel Marie from All of the Above podcast, and I am here with the star of On the Come Up, Jamila Gray. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am great. I love your hair, by the way.
Thank you so much.
So, first and foremost, congratulations on the upcoming premiere of the film. So, can you tell us a little bit about On the Come Up?
So, On the Come Up is about a 16-year-old girl, Brianna Jackson, who is finding her true voice and navigating a very, very challenging circumstances as her family is in poverty and she loses her dad and she has to grow up without him and no role models. So, yeah, she is finding out who she truly is and learning how to use her authentic voice.
I love that. And do you feel like this is in perfect timing with today's generation, with rap battles and the current crisis within the hip hop community and gang violence? Do you feel like this is perfect timing to raise awareness for these type of issues?
Oh yeah, 100%. 100%. I think that I'm happy to be involved in something that brings this to the light, and because I feel that a lot of people in the industry feel pressured to rap about things that they have no experience with. So I think the world would be a much better place if we all were authentic to ourselves and set with ourselves a little bit more.
Yes. And can you tell us a little bit more? How did you tap into the role of Bree and preparing for rap battle lifestyles? I'm sure that wasn't easy to have to channel that type of energy. So how did you prepare for that?
Well, I feel like a lot of Bree's presence on stage comes from her emotional intensity that she is, developed over time due to her circumstances. So the first step for me was to really understand Bree's circumstances and do my research on that. And then I could understand, okay, let's get into her influences. Who does she sound like? Who does she pull from? Who does she listen to? And Rhapsody actually played a huge role in that. She sent me a playlist full of classic rappers like Mobb Deep, Big Pun, Method Man was actually in there, Miss Jade, just legendary rappers that I could study and watch so that I could find my movements as the character.
I love that. And how did it feel to be under the direction of Sanaa Lathan and being surrounded by so many talented actors? Did you learn anything new about yourself throughout this process?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I feel like I grew exponentially as an actress and as a person. Being under Sanaa really taught me a lot about just being a boss as a Black woman, because she would just fight so hard for what she wanted on set, as far as the direction, as far as I want it to look like this, I want it to sound like this, and her vision really came to life, and I think that's so amazing. She's so experienced, and I just learned so much.
I think that's beautiful too, to be taking direction from a Black woman, because it's not too often that we see that in Hollywood. We have the Ava DuVernays, and I feel like it's starting to become a common thing where little girls can have something to look forward to and to look up to.
100%.
Yes, and if you could describe On the Come Up in one word, what would that be and why?
Inspiring.
Why inspiring?
I think it's great to follow Bree's journey into coming into herself and really being proud of who she is. And I know as a viewer, it inspired me. And as a fan of the book, it inspired me to see her triumph despite her circumstances.
Yes, and in the trailer, we also saw like a few snippets of this amazing film. And in today's generation and use of social media, it's so easy for songs to go viral, which is very similar to Bree's situation that we saw. So how do you feel about the influence of social media and the impact that it can play in the lives of creatives?
Well, I think social media is very important in this day and age. And I think it's also the responsibility of the people viewing social media to understand that not everything you see online is real. And you have to be aware of that as an artist. You have to be aware of what you're putting out, because sometimes you may have an impact that you do not want to have. Sometimes you may say something really offensive that you did not mean, and you have to be really careful about what you're putting out there for everybody to see.
I love that. And can you take us back for a second into the audition process? How did you prepare yourself for those moments? And what was it like when you finally got that final call that you got the role of Bree?
So honestly, when I got the sides, the energy around it just felt good. You know, it felt familiar. The character of Bree felt familiar. It felt like somebody I had known. So when I pulled it out, I just wanted to have fun with it. And that's what I did in the audition. And when I got called back, it was crazy because it was 6 months later, and I didn't know that, I didn't expect it. So I scrambled, I read the book, and I just wanted to prepare as much as I could. And when I finally got the role, I screamed. I jumped for joy because, wow, I'm working with Sanaa Lathan, somebody I grew up watching, and that's amazing.
Of course, that's such a huge accomplishment. And congratulations once again, everyone. Make sure you tune in to On the Come Up, streaming on Paramount Plus on Friday, September 23rd. Make sure you blow it up. Watch it with your friends, watch it with your family, watch it a billion times over. I am your girl, Angel Marie, and we will see you guys next time. Thank you, Jamila.
Wednesdays at 7, Angel Marie and Kevin playing the illest records, bringing us back together. Philly is all season, swimming through any weather, leaving the track bleeding. Way we pull it together, we applying my pressure. I am your new professor.